one of the healthiest babies possible.
First red flag was Corey Holcomb.
Okay. So I live in Georgia, right? The legal age of consent is 16. Have I ever, or anyone else that I know, pursued a 16-year-old? No. Because in the mind of the average man, a teenager is off of the table. For me and the people I know anyway, right? So, Corey is not aware of the effects of the things that he says and how damaging that they are to his own character and reputation. And unfortunately, I think he's going to find out the hard way how damaging that his words are and his actions when he put his hands on the young lady. Well, she's not young, but anyway, let's go.
Knowing the age of consent in various countries. Any man even having access to that information makes me feel icky. But yet alone a 60-year-old, that's nasty, bro. Second red flag was him saying, I've said this before. So this is an opinion that he has really thought about, sat with, and dissected, and he still didn't see anything wrong with him saying this.
Right.
At that age, they've been on the planet long enough. They're in their prime developmental-wise to create a life.
Corey has talked about this at length.
Okay, so is he trying to make a case to deal? He's trying to make a case to deal with a 16-year-old. Corey, that's not good, man. Let's continue.
Before, so every word he says is intentional. When he says they are in their prime to conceive, you don't have to ask Corey, who are they conceiving with? Who are they having a baby with? Only grown men are in a position to take care of a family and lead a household. So this is him advocating for them to have babies with grown men. But what are we doing here, man?
But you're taught in America something different.
Those eggs are buoyant. You could dribble them eggs.
And this is the part where